Saturday the 29th of April, 1989, an historic day in the history of Ballymena. Here we are in the Fairhill, and this the last Fairhill market, because next week they're moving to a new site. The Fairhill in Ballymena has always been a centre of attraction on Saturday mornings for generations, and as a politician we find that this is a great centre for meeting the people from every part of the constituency. Today, in the beginning of the election for the local government in this year, our people from the Ulster Unionist Party are here as usual to meet the people, to give out our literature and to discuss the questions that will be brought to us. We as a party are very sad that the Fairhill is closing, because here we've met very many people over the years, and it's hard to believe that Ballymena will be the same without the Fairhill. All over the years, people have come here on a Saturday morning. They have met their friends, they have conducted their business, and then they've gone down the town to see the other shops. What will Ballymena be like without it? This indeed is a sad day for this town and this community.
Where are you heading for next week?
I'm not sure yet. I might be down McKendry's yard. Get in.
Oh, what do you say you doing there? You do the pub.
Near harm that establishment. I won't do a bit of harm here. 30 yards in that. Anyhow, 30 yards. Make you a tether, or you're tired of this world, you could get yourself away into the next with it.
£3.
Well, go on ahead, you'll get it.
What's it?
Aye. I'm going to be in your way here.
I tried to get the, this is our last day, you see, in this market in the Fairhill. I tried to get the video camera myself, but I couldn't get it. Do you want to drop it in? We're going to the new premises at the leisure centre.
Well, what do you think about the passing of the Fairhill?
Well, to tell you the truth, I think the town might as well die as a Fairhill going away from it. Good morning, because God be good to my mother and them was around every Saturday in life, and so am I.
So you're sorry it's going?
And the shops may sell out too as a Fairhill.
I don't think I will. It's not half. It's too far out of the way.
Well, gentlemen, what do you think of the Fairhill going away?
I think it's terrible. It should go.
A sad day for Ballymena.
What do you think, Alec?
We'll all miss it. We're all communities gathering together for a chant here in the Fairhill.
Point them up for point that.
this is television. Stupid.
What do you think about the Fairhill going?
Not very much.
You don't care either. You only me can walk.
I'm not with the leisure centre, any else.
You not go.
No,
How long have you been coming here?
too long. I'm about the oldest citizen in this market.
I don't believe you. So what do you remember of it in the old times?
Bargains.
Very good.
Bargains.
Bargains. Oh yes, there was certainly always and a bit of laughter. And
Are you glad the Fairhill's going?
No.
You're sad.
Hi, Johnny. All right.
Keep out of the road there.
I know.
I got 2 miles hitch at the mother new out of you.
Right. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
I got out of the road.
Ballymena's never going to be the same again, is it?
It's definitely not going to be the same again, no. Sad loss.
Local history ended today.
Oh, shame. But it's,
How long have you been coming here, Jack?
30 years,
30 years. Any bargain?
50p. 50p. Never go beyond it. Well, you know, talking about when the farmers used to bring the cows in, you know, drove them in. And Brashane Street there was a mess. You could hardly walk down the Brashane Street for all the cow pats all over the place.
Because you were reared at this end of the town, weren't you?
That's right.
Where were you reared?
Up Warden Street. And then as a youngster we used to come down here with tin cans for the farmers wanted to milk the cow, you know, whatever the reason was. And we got cans of milk to feed the kittens at home or something like that, you know.
Ivan, you've lived all your life in Ballymena Street, and therefore you must be very aware of the Fairhill.
Yes, indeed. The Fairhill has simply been part of the landscape in that, well, I passed it on my way to school. It was beside the academy. I've walked through it so many Saturday mornings that I can't really recall what the place will be like without it. I also, of course, remember my father telling me about the many games of football and cricket which he played in the Fairhill. So I think a bit of the history of Ballymena is coming to a close with its removal.
The Bard of Dunclug, did he come here?
Indeed, the Bard of Dunclug often came to the Fairhill. The late John Hewitt recalls actually meeting a man in Ballymena Fairhill in 1948 who as a small boy had shaken hands with the Bard of Dunclug, and that, as it were, passed on a certain apostolic benediction on John Hewitt himself.
When did the Bard of Dunclug die?
He died in 1880.
And had lived?
He had lived, was born in 1800, and lived at Dunclug from the 1830s onwards, and there are many stories about him of people meeting him in the Fairhill and asking him to perform a number of unusual activities like cursing mice, and he was often to be found here.
Oh no, I think that. Ivan, what about music in the Fairhill?
Yes, of course. In this respect, one thinks particularly of the percussive musicality of that most subtle of instruments, the lambag drum.
In other words, there's been drumming matches in the Fairhill.
Yes, indeed, there have many of them, so I suppose they too will have to beat out a new path.
In the swimming pool.
Presumably.
Sandy, you've been around the Fairhill for a day or two.
I've been on it around 80 years ago.
What did you do then?
I sold papers here on a Saturday morning, the Ballymena Observer and the Weekly Telegraph and the Christian Herald, and they were all a penny each then.
And who were you selling them for?
Mr. McBride and Bridgestein.
You've seen many changes in the Fairhill?
Oh, a lot of change. Played football in it too.
Who for?
I mean, pick matches. The schools one played. We played up what we called the Cow Fairhill. Now they called the Fairhill up the other end of there.
And who were some of the boys who played with you then?
Oh well, they're nearly all dead now. I don't think they're in London.
Any names?
Not Irvin.
Where was he from?
Clonelvin.
Yes.
And
were you from Bridge Street then?
oh, I'm up in the street. I was bred and born on Bridge Street.
Bridge Street. Well, did you ever think you'd see the day when the Fairhill wasn't here?
No, but they always used to have it. When you're out, they used to always say you're looking for a job. There's a good job in the Fairhill. He applied. Mr. Bowman was the land steward then. He said you apply to him. He was going to eat a notion of whitewashing the ceiling of it.
Whitewashing the ceiling of the Fairhill?
You know, it's a joke, you know.
That's like going for a run round the moon.